All right, here we go. We're live. Okay, so yesterday we were working on some questions from the paper 4, and we basically 2 days ago we finished the recursive count function. Today is a new question where you're going to be given this string. And it says, write a code to amend the program that it stores this in a variable. So you just pop that into a variable. And then you're going to copy the code and put it into your evidence document. And then the whole purpose of this algorithm was a split function, where what you have to do is look through your array and identify any semicolon. And what you need to do is extract each of those elements into a new array. So you're going to have a new array, and you're going to store those elements in there, 4 elements, without the semicolon. So the very first data, it'll have a string. This will be a string. As x is equal to 0, y is equal to 1, and so on. And then you need to print out that new constructed array. So anyway, so for II, you make it split, and then you upload the code there. And then for III, the main program needs to call the split, and it's going to return each of those elements on a new line. And so the output should look like x is equal to 0, x is equal to 1, and so on for the other parts of that. Oh, it's y is equal to 1, sorry. Y is equal to 1. And you're going to have the 4 lines of that. And that could be useful for like in math, if you put the functions all in one string and then you had to cut it. Okay? Again, you have to upload a screenshot. So you're going to take a screenshot of the output and your code there. So that was yesterday. Today, we are on arrays and linear searches, and it's also bubble sort. This is at the very beginning of the paper 4, they have some questions. Be familiar with Pseudocode and Python code right here. Basically, today's tasks is a program stores the following integers in a 1D array. So we have this data. Write a code, new program. It's going to have a global 1D array, so that's at the very beginning of your code, and use exactly this name, array data, with 10 elements, and these are the elements that were given. Initialize the array in the main queries and using the data values shown. So you just basically copy and paste those values, and you need to save the program as question 2 in your Word document. Okay, that's very easy. You just make a global array, and what? That's 2 marks. Easy. B, now you need to make a linear search function. So you're going to make a function that's going to pass some parameters. It takes the integer as a parameter and performs a linear search on the array to find that parameter value, and it returns true. So this is return if it's found, and false if it's not found. So you're going to make a function called linear search, but in here, you're going to, inside that bracket, put array data. Oh, on array data, a parameter, a value. Okay, no, it doesn't give you that. So we can put maybe search value is the parameter that you're going to pass in there, and it's going to make sure you have a return in there. If it's found, you just do a for I in range for that array. and it should be a global variable, so you should be able to find that no problem. Return true or false, save it. That's a pretty straightforward. And then you're going to edit the user so that you can input it instead of passing it into it, and output appropriate message to tell the user whether the search was found or not. Okay, that's a simple print. This is a very basic code there. Test your program with one other value, saving that. And then it goes into the bubble sort. Okay, so again, they will test some sort of sorting. Either you have like bubble sort, binary searches, insertion sorts, and things like that. So you have a bubble sort, and you have to manually write the code or the missing components of the bubble sort. And I wonder, I think it'd be a good idea to code this. Okay. Also, for practice, I would code this in Python to verify that what you enter there is correct. Write the program. So, oh yeah, it says right here. Write the code for the bubble sort, and you need to have it in descending order. And the answers are here, but you need to show me the code. So that's today's task. If you have extra time, you can always go back onto Teams, and right here under Content Library, it's a Content Library, I have right, if we go up to the different units here, we should have some past papers. There's lots of past paper practice for paper 4. Just trying to, this thing doesn't scroll up. I don't know why. Let's go back. Under Content Library, we should have the very beginning. We have some coding tasks. Okay, there's lots of coding tasks that you can perform. Okay, you can make some sort of game, things like that. Try to practice at least 1 hour of coding per day, should be good. Okay, let me see. This is funny. Why can't I see my other units here? Maybe I need to update my OneNote. I don't like this design layout. But I'll let you guys work, and this is kind of what it should look like when you have submitted. You're going to put that into your homework folder as 7.0C.